What is going on, my friends? My name is Matt. I like to talk a lot, and I post them on YouTube videos that I record sometimes when I do. Now, this past week, I have not, and, there's reasons. Um, Actually, I was not home all week. It was probably the first time that I've been away from my house for multiple days, and it was awesome. Uh, I got to spend the week over at my lady friend's house. Uh, you know, just one of those things where I was gonna hang out with her every day, so why leave? I might as well just stay there. It just made sense. Um, but she's not my girlfriend, and we are both damaged people, which is pretty common nowadays to find somebody else damaged like you in this world. And naturally, as damaged people go, when you find somebody new, the prospect of having somebody new is super exciting. So naturally, we throw our cares to the wind and we just, go with the flow. And inevitably, it never works out because it's always too good to be true. And, then, like I said, when you have somebody that deals with issues and you deal with issues and you're still not over your issues and they're still not over their issues, eventually those issues come out to play. And if the other person doesn't know about it, you know, it could affect my opinion of her, how she thinks of me, and things like that. And so it was probably the first and best time I've ever had in my life in the sense that this happened last week, but we like sat down and we just put everything on the table. Like, here it is, here's everything. Just because it was like we're not dating, but both of us wanted to know where we were at in our own lives, like in each person's life. And, we full and well hopingly expect it works out and it goes that way. But like I said, putting a bunch of expectations on somebody that you don't know is not the greatest thing all the time. So we're just taking it as we go, which is actually working out fantastically. I don't think I've ever had it work this great. Um, so I had a good week, and I could have technically recorded videos while I was there because I mean she knows I do this and stuff like that. But it was more the fact that I was in somebody else's house. Um, I felt a little strange recording a YouTube video of somebody else's house. Um, and on top of that, I was really just enjoying the time. I didn't, not to say that YouTube would have ruined it, but I just didn't want to, you know, do it while I was there. It's just that easy. And so, I mean, I wanted to enjoy the time, and the time I had, it was like a mini vacation. And so that's what I did all week, and that's why I hadn't posted a video. But then, now today, wait a minute. Oh, wait. It was like, there was like two recording screens on top of each other. It was weird. I don't know. I clicked on the second one, it disappeared, and now the only one that exists is this one. So it's like, I'm not really sure. But, so yeah, so there really is not much of an update in my life, besides that. And, I just pretty much, like I said, I just enjoyed my week. I relaxed. I had a good time. Um, but I have a funny, it's not even a story. It's just something funny I want to show you guys. Fucking feel grody touching this thing, but so this is the funny-ish kind of story, but not really. It's just really I want to show you this because I found it fucking hilarious. Because I've never actually seen one or dealt with one in real life, even though it does. We'll get to it anyways. So, um, I got to work today, and I got back here in this back room, and the desk that I'm sitting at now. I was putting all my stuff onto it, like my box that I can carry my laptop in, and uh, my lunchbox and shit, just getting situated to get out to the front desk to log in and get ready for my day. And the guy who was working second shift, I noticed there was this small package laying on the floor, and it looked like a fire extinguisher, or the package for a fire extinguisher. And when I got to the front desk, sat down, he was like, "Oh my gosh, tonight's been kind of crazy." So I kind of just assumed that there was some form of like fire crisis thing, like where obviously there was some form of need for a fire extinguisher or something, and that's what the story was about to come down to. But then inevitably just tells me that it was just crazy because we have two different high schools staying here, so we have a whole bunch of kids. And I was like, oh, that's not too bad, but I never really thought of it until he brings it up and he says, "Did you see the package in the bag?" And I said, "Yeah, what, we get a new fire extinguisher or something?" And he goes, "That's not a fire extinguisher." And he starts laughing, and he was like, "Go look at it again." And I was like, "Okay." And so I went and looked, and like, all I had to do was re-look at the package one time, and it instantly clicks into my head, right? See, it kind of looks like a fire extinguisher. You got your little canister and your pump. But if you think about the fact that you would stick certain things into there and then you would pump the pump, and that's why I feel grody touching this, because some man stuck his wiener inside of a pump and pumped it up. And, besides, what is it? Uh, Austin Powers. It's the only time in my entire life that I've ever actually seen or heard somebody talk about a penis pump, and obviously it was for a joking manner. But so to see a box for one sitting in my hotel was like the best ever, because like I said, I've never even really seen or dealt with one before. And let me rephrase this real quickly. If you have to use a penis pump, I don't even know what they're used for. I honest to God don't, because I was reading the back of this thing, and it almost sounds like you use it for pleasure, but then the other way, it almost sounds like you have to use it to get a hard on. So I'm sorry, I guess, if that's what you have to do. I mean, I feel like this. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird. It's grody, very weird. You're a very strange person if you use one. If you use one purely for the sole purpose of being like, "I'm lonely and need to pump up my pee pee," I think you're weird. But I guess, like I said, if maybe a penis pump is the alternative to taking Viagra or something, then I guess it's natural-ish, so it's better than a pill, but still very fucking weird. Like, very weird. So, it was like the highlight of my day, and this thing sounds so gross. So let me read you the little thing on the back here. It says, "Get ready for a revolution. Get ready for a revolution in pleasure pumps. The pistol pump with Senso sleeve has an incredibly soft and stretchy sleeve with textured nodules for amazing stimulation. Slip your shaft into the ultra-powerful sucking sensation. Reach your maximum potential with this easy grip pump, which watch your engorged penis grow as it stimulates by the soft nodule sleeves. Pump up with the pistol grip." It's very odd and funny sounding, and I know I said it with a little bit of a voice there. It made it sound so, yeah. But, where was it? Okay, I think it was in like, "Always keep in mind these important cautions while using a pump. Consult a physician should there be any complication. Dis- Discontinue use of pump if pain occurs. Apply the minimum amount of vacuum pressure necessary to achieve an erection." That's the part where it's like, apply the minimum amount of vacuum pressure necessary to achieve an erection. So that's why it's like, are you telling me you use this for a medical reason, like you can't get hard, or is this a pleasure thing? Like, obviously they say it's pleasurable, but it's like, is this meant to be used for pleasure, or is it used for the mere fact that you have a soft dick that can't get hard? that's the thumbnail. So, that's pretty much been my night. I only slept for 4 hours yesterday because I kind of surprised my parents, and they went to go get new phones today. They got the iPhone 13, which I don't give a fuck about iPhones, so I don't really care about it. But they had an iPhone 7 before that, so it was a bit of an upgrade for them, and they were both tickled to death by it, which is cool and all. And so while they were out doing that, I stayed up and got them a Google Chrome TV stick thing and set up all of my TV accounts for them. So now they have Hulu, HBO, Disney Plus, Netflix, everything, all from the access of their television, because they are very old school and it's very hard to teach somebody how to connect your phone to the thing and then play something on your phone to your TV, which really it's not that complicated at all. But when you're 65 years old, it's difficult to get people to understand it enough where if I felt like if I showed it to them and then I left, that they'd never figure it out. So I just bought them one of those sticks that instead of it being like my original Google Chrome stick, which was only meant for casting, this is one of those ones that's got all the apps like on it, and then you can just scroll through and pick what app you want on the television. So like I said, I did that. I set that all up for them while they were gone today, and then I went to bed. But by the time I went to bed, I was already wide awake. I turned on Jack Reacher, the first one, because I thought I'd already seen it, but then turned out that I had never seen it. I saw the second one and thought I had seen the first one, so I inevitably stayed up for the 2.5 hours of the movie. It wasn't a 2.5 hour long movie; it's probably about two, but stayed up for the 2 hours to watch the movie. And then when it was over, I was still wide awake. I tossed and turned. I remember looking at the clock and seeing it was almost 4 o'clock, and was like, I think I should just get up. Like, I'm never gonna fall asleep, and eventually fell asleep. But then I didn't want to get up when I wanted to get up, and I got up at 8 instead, so I only slept for 4 hours, and that's to say I fell asleep before 4, or at 4, so about 3.5, 4 hours I got today. I am freaking tired, and I'm not gonna lie, I slept for 30 minutes on the couch in the great room between 3 and 3:30 this morning, because a little napski doodles at work can really boost you and keep you awake. Like, I'm not awake, but I'm awake enough now more than I was before I took the nap about an hour or so ago. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys for this one. So I guess I'm just gonna go then. So if you like this video, a like would be much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, you should subscribe so you can keep up with awesome content that comes out whenever the fuck I make it and post it. If you want to subscribe, you can go ahead and click on that circular thing over here. It will allow you to subscribe to my channel. If you want to check out the other videos from 2022, you can click on this link over here, and it will take you to the playlist of all the videos from 2022. And, yeah. I need to go home and go to bed pretty early today because I'm fucking tired, and hopefully I can actually sleep. But thanks for spending your time with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.